This is a car I'm excited about. It is the 2022 Hyundai Elantra N. You typically don't use the word excitement with words like Hyundai and Elantra, but this is the high-performance version. If there's a hill I'm willing to die on, it's that all cars need a high-performance variant. The question becomes a two-parter, and that is A, is it any good? And B, if it is, should you buy one? That's what we're gonna find out. A number of years ago, I was at the Nürburgring for 3 days watching cars go around and around and around. Hey, I've got a cool job. What do you want? I'm telling you this story because one of them was a Hyundai Genesis. The driver, we call this guy the hardest working man in Germany because he had his hands full. What was going on was Hyundai had just opened up their performance center at the Nürburgring, and they also began a hiring spree of ex-BMW employees, specifically ex-BMW M employees, and they began their quest to make their cars handle better. Now we've got the Elantra N. It's larger, it's more mature, it's got 4 doors. What is it competing against? Quite specifically, the Subaru WRX, the Civic Type R, the Jetta GLI, the GTI, as well as the Golf R. So who is the Elantra N for? Well, it's for someone who really wants a Subaru WRX but doesn't specifically want a WRX, and maybe they can't afford a Honda Civic Type R or a Volkswagen Golf R. Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, that design department has been on fire for the last couple of years, and I think the Elantra N here is no exception. I admit it's polarizing, but they really want this vehicle to look aggressive, to look sporty, to look mean. First thing that really catches my eye is the hood breaks down low. If you stand where I'm standing, car looks low. Then you've got that massive grille, which is really wide. You know, it's like a predator, like an alligator or something ready to pounce. Come down here, oh, hey, look, real tires. Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. Great to see something that's supposed to be a performance car come with real solid meats. And then you keep coming down the side, red line right there. It looks wilder than a normal sedan. And then you get out back and you've got everything. There's a wing, there's a diffuser, there's 2 tailpipes. Is it over the top? Yes, but it's supposed to be, right? Remember, Hyundai is trying to set up N as a sub-brand. It's the one that means performance, spirited driving, youth, and I think by making a car look like this, they're achieving that. I'm inside the Elantra N, and as you can see, the interior is not nearly as shouty and aggressive as the exterior. It's cool that it still has a handbrake, but whatever the handbrake is wrapped in, this rubber is greasy. It's just low rent, and it's unfortunate they had to do that. But hey, they added some nice stuff. This periwinkle blue color, that's like kind of the official color of Hyundai's N, so they've got a little bit of contrast stitching here. Then you've got the stuff that is pretty good. The button design's nice. You've got Hyundai's great infotainment screen. I love this screen here. It's kind of like a calm, quiet screen. Check out the N mode screen for a second here. All your performance stats, it's very cool functionality. Now the Elantra is, relatively a small car. They've been getting bigger over the years, but it's quite roomy and comfortable in here. It feels like a bigger car than it is. Great sport seats, good bolstering both on the thighs and on your back. The back seat's a back seat, good leg room, not great, and it's got a trunk. Overall though, I think the interior is a bit of a missed opportunity compared to the exterior, but if you look at what it's competing against, it's totally par for the course. Hyundai is selling the Elantra N as a performance vehicle, but does it actually have any performance? Why, yes, it does. Under that hood is a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine that makes a very healthy 276 horsepower and 289 pound-feet of torque. It's hooked up to a 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, so it's real quick shifting, and it hits the front wheel. 2 things to note. You might say, oh, only front-wheel drive. Well, yeah, but most of the vehicles it competes against are only front-wheel drive. The second thing is, because it has this 8-speed dual clutch, it has an overboost mode. Just like Porsche, you push a button on the steering wheel and for 20 seconds, you have access to 10 more horsepower for a total of 286, which so this has a nice performance edge there, and it is really fun to drive. It weighs less than 3,300 pounds, and as a result, it's pretty light, a lot of power, it's pretty quick. It can hit 60 miles an hour in 5 seconds flat, according to Hyundai. Where fuel economy is something of a mixed bag. It only gets 20 miles per gallon around town, but because it has 8 gears, it gets 30 miles per gallon on the highway. As far as safety goes, the Insurance Institute has given it a 2022 top safety pick, and it also gets a lot of standard automatic safety features. Stuff like emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assist, and reverse parking distance alert. If there's one thing I want you to know about the 2022 Hyundai Elantra N, it's that I am stoked that this vehicle exists, and here's why. For a long time, if you wanted more performance than like a GTI or a Honda Civic Si provided, your only choice was a WRX because you couldn't swing the full price of a Golf R or the Civic Type R. This comes along, hey, not only can you get a manual, but unlike the WRX, which has that weirdo CVT, this has a real dual clutch automatic transmission that actually has a lot of performance benefits. Plus, look at it. But this is somehow more mature and still more aggressive. Is it any good? Yes, it's a very good performance vehicle. And I think even more importantly is what it says about the future of Hyundai's N division, their performance line. That is a bright future. Should you buy one? I say, absolutely, you totally should.